mean, clearly this is part of an overall plan to restore the profitability of the group, and we have done through the last 2 years a massive transformation of the company. The turnaround plan of both Nigeria and South Africa will be now behind us. The last step of this plan is to deleverage the company and restore the profitability on a sustainable basis. So the fundraising is really aiming at deleveraging Lafarge Africa and restoring the profitability.
All right, before this interview, I spoke to quite a number of analysts, and I asked them, if they wanted to ask some questions. So I got some very interesting questions from some dealing houses, so I'll be putting that to you right now. This is coming from Rencaps. It says, what do you plan to do post the rights issue, and what will be the cost of borrowing, and how much debt will be left?
So the proceed from the rights issue will enable us to reduce our debt level. At the last 9 months, we reported 267 billion naira of debt. The debt will reduce, so the rights issue is 90 billion. The proceed will be used 60 billion to reduce our debt, 30 billion for working capital purposes. So this is a clear reduction of our debt, and after that, the level of our cost of borrowing will be below 10% per annum, hedged, so there is no effect from effects on our debts.
Okay, but I would like to think that there are other options to explore. Why have you been going through the route of rights issues?
I mean, going back to what we are doing. First, Lafarge Africa has the potential and is a growing company. We're growing both in Nigeria and in South Africa. Particularly next year, South Africa will restore its top line and its profitability, thanks to the implementation of the transformation and turnaround plan. Nigeria will continue to grow in terms of top line, thanks to commercial strategy, debottlenecking of activities, new product portfolio, ready-mix activity. But also will improve on the logistic, on the production, on our fixed cost, and the turnaround plan, and all the restructuring items that have been recorded in our accounts in the last 2 years will be behind us. We also have implemented a new ERP system, SAP. The cost of those implementation are behind us, and we are ready for the next 3, 4, 5 years of growth in Nigeria and South Africa.
Personally, I'd like you to speak on the pricing. How did you come about the template for this pricing for the rights issue?
The aim was really to have the support from our shareholder and to make sure that they participate to the rights issue, to make it attractive. So that is why the discount of 10% has been decided on the last Monday share price of 13.4 to have a price of 12. It's also a discount of about 30% on the VWAP of the last 30 days. So truly the pricing of the rights issue is attractive, and the period of subscription would be a period of subscription of 5 weeks to be communicated in the next couple of hours, and it will cross until January to have the opportunity to subscribe fully to the rights issue. Okay.
For some analysts at Vertiva here, they're saying they want to know what the contingency plan is for minority players. If the players do not take up the rights issues, is the parent company going to step in?
The parent company will subscribe to their shares, and we really encourage minorities to participate to the rights issue. In case there's unallotted shares, the parent company has the opportunity to subscribe to those shares in order to have a successful rights issue. The purpose is to have a successful rights issue to deleverage the company. Now, Nigeria is regulated by the SEC and the NSE markets, and we have to comply to those rules. If the parent company breaches the level of the 80%, we will have to notify the NSE, and there are regulations, there are rules to follow subsequently.
All right, then from RenCap, they also want to know what your plans are, especially with regards to the competitiveness in the sector with CCN and expanding in the north.
So the Lafarge Africa has been going through a massive transformation. We used to be 3 companies. We have put all those companies together. In 2014, 2015, we used to have a price of cement at $180 per ton in dollar terms. Today, the price of cement is $60 lower than it used to be. However, if you look at our operating margin is better than 4 years ago. So despite the fact that the price of cement has dropped significantly, we have actually massively improved the performance. And we have not seen yet the benefits of all the investment that has started in the last year and a half that will continue to improve our performance. So yes, there's a competition adding more capacity in the markets, but we have also invested in Calabar recently, and we continue to invest in Algeria to defend our market position and our competitiveness.
You know, the South Africa business keeps coming over and over again, but I'd like you to speak to what that strategy is for that business.
Well, South Africa, similarly to Nigeria, has been through a turnaround plan. The turnaround plan is being implemented. Already in our Q3 results, we have seen that South Africa was back into profitability, and the trend continue. South Africa will be positive next year in terms of operating performance.
Okay, I'd like you to give me guidance for the rest of the year. What we are to look out for from Lafarge?
For the outlook for the year is, first, Nigeria is expecting to grow above 10%. The whole cement industry is expected to grow above 10%. We've been growing the similar trends. We delivered the performance, and South Africa continue to restore its performance as well.